The Niners hired Steve Wilks, who was the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. This past year, he was the interim head coach of the Carolina Panthers. He's different than the other coordinators Kyle has hired. He's older. He's experienced. He's been around. He's really good, and he's going to fit right in with the 49ers. It's a hell of a hire, Dad.
Yes, it's a hell of a hire. I'm really pleased with it, Iggy. He got screwed in Arizona, didn't he?
Yeah, you see this a lot, especially with African-American coaches. They get hired as a head coach, but it's for a hopeless team that's like tanking, and they have no quarterback. And so he got hired as Arizona's coach. Their quarterback was Josh Rosen. He was a lemon. Wilks got, blamed for it, but then they wanted to get a new quarterback, so they got rid of Wilks and brought in Cliff Kingsbury like he was any better. He's terrible too. He's terrible. So he got the shaft, Steve Wilks.
Yes, he did. I'm also pleased that the Niners made a minority hire.
Absolutely.
A defensive coordinator, now they had 3 minority guys in a row. Salah, who is an Arab guy, and then D'Amico and Wilks, who were black guys.
Yes.
I think, now, I'm not in favor of doing it just for diversity.
Right.
But in each case, these are really gifted guys. And I'm pleased that Kyle is not threatened by them and is open-minded.
Well, the NFL's been trying for decades to encourage teams to hire minority coaches. And there's a lot of different things they do. There's the Rooney Rule, which doesn't work. You have to interview one. What they do now is if a minority coach or someone in your front office gets promoted to another team, you get a draft pick. So the Niners keep getting late third-round draft picks. They got 2 when Salah got hired by the Jets. They got 2 when McDaniel got hired because he's he's half black, I think. Now Ryans, they get another 2. They got 2 when Ron Carthon left. They got 2 when Martin Mayhew left. So it's not like they're taking advantage of the system. They're just doing what the NFL wants to happen. Like the Niners are leading the way with this. It's good for them.
Here's my question. D'Amico Ryans came in and pretty much did what Salah did. He didn't change the scheme. Is that going to be the case with Wilks? Will it be the same kind of thing?
I would say so.
Yeah.
The idea is that the 49ers have a successful defense right now, and they don't want to change it up too much. They don't want to go from a 4-3 to a 3-4. They're going to keep the front the same, and they run a lot of zone coverage. Kyle Shanahan says they run zone coverage better than anyone else in the league. So Steve Wilks has been running cover 4 and cover 3 for a very long time. He knows. He's been doing it longer than D'Amico. So, he's going to be great at it. He's going to totally fit the Niners style.
Okay. All praise to the 49ers. This is an excellent hire. And I want to tell you, I like the other guy. What's his name? Who used to be their coordinator, went to Miami? Fangio.
Fangio.
I like Fangio. I like Steve Wilks, too. Yeah.
I like Steve. Fangio's kind of salty and dour, and so is Kyle Shanahan. And I feel like Kyle Shanahan realizes that he needs a coach who's much more upbeat and positive than he is. And that was Salah, that's Ryans, and I think that's Wilks too. So Kyle actually has some self-awareness in that sense. The kind of coaches that balance him out.
Yeah. He is a bit of a sour pickle, isn't he?
Yeah, but so is Bill Belichick, so is Vic Fangio. It's a style of coaching, but I guess you can't have a bunch of sour pickles in the same jar, because then
it's called the sour pickle school.
It's true. You can only have 1 sour pickle per jar. D'Amico Ryans has his own phrase. He says you can't have energy vampires. Shanahan's a bit of an energy vampire. Belichick is. Fangio is. So you need these upbeat guys who are jumping all over the field like Salah, D'Amico, like the players too. Wilk's a little bit older though, but he's similar.
Okay. I always like to start our broadcast with breaking news.
It's important. It's important. And this is big news. The freaking defensive coordinator of the team.
Well, let's put it like this. The last 2 defensive coordinators on many occasions saved Kyle Shanahan's ass. So, right? So this is a big hire.
There's a reason they both became head coaches so quickly, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
So this is a big hire.
Lamonte 757 says, just want to know which running back Kyle will draft in round 3. He will, right? He has an obsession. I don't know. I'll have to get back to you on that. Boatswain Boogie 03 says Wilks is a great hire. Now our DBs can be coached up to match the rest of the defense. Yeah.
Interesting.
He's like a DB guru. He was a DB coach for a long time.